in the last 2 days, you know, these teams have played 4 times together, and whoever had Pango won all their games. So 4 out of 4 for Pango. And this one, Pango's in the offlane. Not a big fan of Pango offlane. If you ask me why, because I try to make it work for the last 2 years, it almost never works. It's just that this hero is such a weak laner compared to some other offlaners. Like, especially if you die like once, if they stop your pulls. I think it's a bit of a bait. I understand why they decided to make the switch. They did not want to lane Death Prophet into Drow Ranger. It's not going to get any easier for Pango by any means, but at least they have like this. This Death Prophet needs to do some really hard carrying in the game, needs to move around the map. Every exorcism needs to be on point. Like, I don't think you can allow yourself to use Exo and get nothing done. I'm also, like, for me, this Keeper of the Light is a bit of a question mark pick, because they do have Bane. Maybe something different would have crossed my mind. Blast on that Prophet, XWY dropping low. But we've seen also Team Aster picking up this 4 Coddle, and Baboka played it really well. Planet, pretty much same starting item, starting with Headdress.
Ooh, Baboka just trying to do some damage. Look at that.
On the high ground, underneath the ward. PSG.LGD pretending they don't see him there.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the fact that they see the ward, so it won't get denied. Maybe they'll grab some gold afterwards. When they get a sentry over, what's the lane you're looking at? Because the panel talked about mid being pretty important here for Aster, but
I
what about
always look
you?
at the offlane Pango lane. Like, I'm going to be looking at the CS chart throughout the whole time. But why you smile? Good body blocks, gets the brain sap off, has some stick charges, but good pressure. Usually Bane is the one that is putting the pressure on the enemy offlaners. This time around, Baboka starting with that disruption level 1 and the shield crash, some good body blocks, dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, this feels like level 2. They might be able to just rip apart Why You Smile. Disruption and trying to do it again with the body blocks, but Shiro gets to the right, shield crash. The damage is going to be heavy, but it's not going to be deadly.
XXS is a type of a player that love to play like these bad matchups, I would say. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets slightly more out of it. I remember the days, you know, Legion Commander, not that popular of a hero a couple of years back. He was the one spamming it, also playing the Batrider in unfavorable matchups, still managing to do a lot. Glimpse back on bottom.
Let's see.
RC dropping very low.
Zhang Yu. This is what's considered like one of his, if not his best hero, this Marcy. Zhang Yu. And
we've seen it. I don't think anything needs to be said if you just watch Dota for the last couple of days.
For the last 24 hours.
24 hours, pretty much.
Why you smile? 3 stacks on the Shadow Poison, avoiding the 4th.
3 is not gonna kill him. 4th would probably kill him there.
Ooh.
Before the tango. He's gonna be okay.
So he's just dealing with 2 mangoes right now and a stick. So he could definitely use some regeneration. That's what he's got being delivered on the courier. That's another set of tangos. Nothing to say. He's also got a courier coming over. As he's got a bottle to work with. XWY, his build right now, looking at boots, wand, mech for this mid Death Prophet.
Interesting build. I've seen it the other day where you play like the off lane from the mid lane on Death Prophet, but I'm not sure if that's the build, because Pango from the off lane wants to build Guardian Greaves. I think you need to switch things up. I think you need to go for more like mid late game oriented type of a build with the BKB Kaya Sanj probably. Blink Dagger to get on top of Drow Ranger. Okay, so he is swapping things around, like he's not going for mech for now.
Well, at least for now, he doesn't have it queued up.
I think it's Pango's job to do it this time around. We'll see. If they want to play a bit more tempo, I don't mind. But then XXS needs to go for something scaling.
Yeah, right now he's going Arcane Boots, or at least that's the thought. And, I mean, Arcane Boots is always a step closer to picking up maybe the Guardian Greaves. Always nice to have.
Pango doing a very good job in this lane. 17 CS on Pango. They did invest a lot right now. He doesn't have much mana to work with. Does have those 4 mangoes, but this early aggression that they put, PSG.LGD's top lane did survive, and Shiro is getting the CS I'm a little worried for the bottom lane. Lifestealer having a complete free farm. 2 points in Feast, point in Ghoul Frenzy, 20 CS. Marcy only at 16 at the moment.
Disruption, Gust. And the Nightmare was pulled off by Bobica, but it's not going to mean anything as both teams don't find much. Aether Remnant under the tower, but XWY still pretty healthy. Nothing to say is going to get a couple charges on that bottle as he picks up the Water Rune, and Zhang Yu can run down. Can he walk away from Monet and pick you? Yes. Yes, he can.
There's going to be another Thunderstrike and Glimpse available.
Ooh.
We'll TP back, but we'll TP to tier 1 tower. At least for now. 2 points in the sidekick. We'll try to lifesteal, get his HP back. Does have tangos to work with, and the Bracer. Planet even drops the healing salve on him. Nothing to say. He's CSing nicely, but there's a lot of pressure from Death Prophet. This is the matchup where you get close, you get Spirit Siphoned, you're always going to be on low HP. So nothing to say, would definitely not mind if someone TP's mid and refills his bottle.
This seems like this could be a really good shard game for
blood.
Death Prophet, and yeah, first blood for XWY solo. That is really good for this Death Prophet to get that first blood by himself.
Ooh, and he also has a full wave underneath the tower. That's nicely done. He's going to be level 6.5, more closer to 7 when he finishes off this wave. We'll have Catapult Wave to work with, so I want to see if supports from Aster are going to rotate mid, try to zone him out, get the damage done on the tower. There's this Void Spirit still level 5.
Glimpse back on Zhang Yu, and he'll dispose Monet, able to just run away. Uses that Exorcism, and, well, nothing to say. Trying to defend the tower, Bobica's over here, Illuminate. Now they've also got Why You Smile. Nightmare on a Bobica. He's taking some damage, but not enough to get the kill there. And XWY, he's putting some damage on the tower, but not a lot yet. There it is. Now it's starting to really get up there with the Catapult too.
Both Planet and Why You Smile TPing to the mid lane, understanding they need to help out this Void Spirit, who's still level 5. I checked the stats before this series for Void Spirit, and he was the hero with 100% win rate over 4 games. So, in terms of stats, looking really good for PSG.LGD.
In terms of where we're at the actual game, maybe not so much.
It's pretty even so far, but yeah, even with that one death on Void Spirit, he's still keeping up, just 300 gold short from Dead Prophet's net worth.
Illuminate won't hit anything there by being thrown by Planet. Shiro, second of the net worth, not too far behind that Death Prophet is having a very good start. By the way, Monet's boots were killed on the Courier just a moment ago, so he's going to be without his boots for a while, but it should be a-okay, honestly. I don't think he's really...
He's not afraid
having
here.
too much to worry
Does have
about.
a point saved up just in case they decide to try to jump him for the blast. We'll use the Rage if necessary. Next success. This is the build we've seen some offlaners go, especially at the start of the Chinese DPC. Blink Dagger from the offlane, one more item, maybe like a BKB if there's a hero that needs to buy it, into a Hex. So this seems to be the item of choice from XXS. We'll see if he decides to commit to it, because they do lack a bit of a instant lockdown against this Void Spirit.
Yeah, unless they're able to get Static Storm down right on top of him, which could come from Rolling Thunder Blink. You surprise him, drop the Static Storm. Monet, all of a sudden, Unleash, doing enough damage, and Zhang Yu is going to get a kill here onto the Lifestealer. I thought he was pretty safe. Shiro's also down here.
Zhang Yu's hitting that
the lane.
level 6 earlier than the Lifestealer hits level 6, and I said that he was saving a point on Lifestealer. Monet puts another point in Ghoul Frenzy. That Ghoul Frenzy. But yeah, no points in Rage, so he got stunned.
Yeah, 0-2 and 3. What do you love about saying Ghoul Frenzy that you said it twice like that?
It was something that I think Suns fan and Synderen started it, saying Ghoul. They said it like 100 times per one cast. It's just stuck in my mind every single time I look at Lifestealer. I think of Ghoul Frenzy.
Great ability name. Big fan.
Ghoul Frenzy, yeah.
Is that your favorite one, you think?
I might have to think about that one. XWY.
Planet very dead with 4 heroes here. That is going to be a quick kill. Nothing to say in Why You Smile are going to cut the creep wave. They're also behind these heroes. Bobica coming over. They cut the creep wave, and the tower's still going to drop, though, so it won't matter. Monet is taking over mid.
Nicely done. Gets in there, kills the creep wave immediately, so it doesn't have to be on the top lane, can rotate back to bottom. Both teams losing tier 1 tower.
So, Planet comes over mid after dying, TPing in and refilling that bottle for nothing to say, where XWY will show up once again. My question to you is, we're 9.5 minutes into the game. Does the game, what game plan is being executed best right now? Like, are you favoring any team, or is it just, it's been perfect from both, kind of even? I mean, obviously the net worth shows that, but like, who's happier with the way it's going right now?
When I look at these two supports, like Bane plus Keeper of the Light, I'm a little worried that they're not going to be able to move and get stuff done. It needs to be this Void Spirit who did recover. He's second on the net worth. Nothing to say. We'll pick up the Arcane Rune, so he will need to go for these pickoffs, play with two supports. Like we talked about, like Panel also mentioned it, Bane into Lifestealer into Pango works out really well, but then again you are playing into Shadow Demon, so there's a not one save for the combo, and also you have a Glimpse ability that you can stop the Fiend's Grip going off from almost 2,000 range.
Right. So could be a really tough game again here for Why You Smile, although really game 1 was only tougher in the laning stage. For now, though, he's trying to get to that level 6. Only level 4, you've got Kato, who's at 5, and going into that mech. No surprise on that, considering what you want here from Zhang Yu with the Armlet Basher and BKB. Shiro, everybody's relatively close in the course in terms of net worth. I saw Shiro towards the bottom, but he's only 300 gold behind the Death Prophet anyway.
Yeah, it looks bad. Like, if you look at the net worth, you're like, oh, Marcy, she's 6th on the net worth, but she's up there. If she farms, if she gets 1 kill, suddenly she can be on top of the net worth.
Yeah, so things staying quiet, but that's kind of what these lineup vibes give. So we'll see when Aster and or LGD really want to make a move, and that could be off the Blink Dagger and the Guardian Greaves timing that's coming out for Aster in just a moment, because
they're really tanky. You see Bobica sitting behind XWI, same goes for PQ, Static Storm is available, mech down on Dead Prophet, but this Arcane Rune, let's see if they get something out of it.
Jump in, jump out, thinking about the Rolling Thunder. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, doesn't connect, but they've got the Glimpse. They'll go to the Swashbuckle on the other side of the fight, though. Looking over, Disruption and a kill at XWI. They've got the Fiend's Grip on XXS, so they'll get both. LGD, they lose the tower, but they win the fight.
Great play there from Marcy, using the Dispose to relocate, to push them closer to Drow Ranger. Great multi-shot, and also Why You Smile, understanding that Disruption has already been used. There is no Glimpse, so he can go for this almost full duration Glimpse. Lasts long enough to kill Pangolier during the Rolling Thunder.
Well done there by LGD. They give themselves a slight lead while Monet still farming up, not involved in that at all. Shiro doing the same, and now he's sitting top of the net worth. Like we said, it's very close, though, between 1 to 6. And Shiro looking for that shard, trying to get that upgrade into the hypothermia.
Yeah. As much as I love saying Ghoul Frenzy, you love saying Hypothermia. Interesting build from Shiro. 12 minutes into the game, he did pick up Windlace, just to be able to move around the map more quickly and get more farm. I guess because if you look at his items on Drow Ranger, he is 6-slotted now, will lose Raindrop relatively soon, but will go full Hurricane Pike and the Shard, so doesn't need a slot for that.
Mech finished there for Planet, so they've got some sustainability for from this Kato. See how much he's able to get involved, but Bobica and Monet coming over. Blinding Light, Rage used by Monet bottom. Will be free to escape. They're looking to get Zhang Yu. Want to catch him if they can with potentially Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and a Glimpse. But now a 3-man smoke coming out from LGD as they sit up on the high ground, and it might be Picky who just dies in an instant And it will be Shiro. Marksmanship proc and a kill there onto the Disruptor.
Secures the kill. It's a really good Drow Ranger game. Like, in terms of the front line, you have Void Spirit and Marcy. You have Blast from Coddle to keep you alive, potential, like, Nightmare save. But you can keep the distance. They don't have the heroes that get on top of you and just, like, easily kill you. This is a big one.
Rebound, Dispose, and Unleashing. Monet will rage. He'll infest in a Bobica and leave.
PSG.LGD playing very aggressive on both side lanes. They're trying to get the kill. This XWY, he's underneath the ward. If he shows up, he's dead. One grip and damage from Shiro should be enough.
Yeah, they don't have anybody coming. Oh,
they know.
Good scan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And XWY just walks away. Really heads up scan. That's using your senses, your game sense, thinking, no, somebody might be close. I might be showing a little bit too much, and boom, there they are.
Now they smoke. This is not going to be seen. Shiro needs to get out. Let's see. XXS. Yeah, we talked about Dead Prophet playing off lane, like from the mid lane, and see the item build. XXS does have that Diffusal Blade.
Storm, and, well, Shiro's going to be stuck here. Avoids the Crypt Storm, so can he make his way away from XWY? With this Exorcism, it's not looking likely. They get the kill into Shiro. They look over at Y, smile. Brain Sap trying to recover, but being run down here by XXS. And eventually will fall as the second casualty of the fight. But the Astral Step as well as the Aether Remnant, it's on to pick you. But Silence say comes in and just dies.
That was nicely timed silence from XWY.
That was very risky from
that was. I think this ward that they have near the tier 1 tower gave them a false sense of security, how aggressive they can play. But rest of the Aster were smoked, so they get the initiation. And to go back, like it seems like that XXS is the mid Pangolier, because look at his item build. Ooh, save.
Unleashing Disruption, so it still won't be enough to save XXS.
Damage from Marcy is so explosive. Like she deals 2,000 damage in a second, pretty much.
Yeah, that's really disgusting. It's just some of these heroes just don't have any responses. What's Planet going for? So he will go to the Guardian Greaves. So even though he's got Chakra Magic, he'll go Arcane Boots as well and then get Guardian Greaves.
He does consume a lot of mana. The only hero that Keeper of the Light pretty much needs to play with is this Void Spirit. Like, Drow Ranger is also not too bad, lowering the cooldown on multi-shot, especially at the later stages of the game. 15 talent. So you have that on less cooldown, but it's mostly Void Spirit, because he does have 3 active abilities, and you lower the cooldown on all of them.
I was wondering if he ends up getting an Ags there on Void Spirit. Lowering the cooldown on Resonant Pulse would be nice from Coddle. Have that silence. And then get the cooldown lower, just constantly trying to silence these heroes in these fights if he can.
I've seen nothing to say, like, this is the item build that he goes for. Witchblade into Kaya, then gets a full E-Blade just to be, like, a bit more explosive in terms of damage, where he can go for the solo pickoffs on supports. But yeah, eventually you'll get it. If he dies once on Void Spirit, one thing I noticed about Nothing to Say is that he switches to Eon Disc. So he, wants to be able to protect himself, whether he's playing Puck, whether he's playing Pango. Smoke from PSG.LGD.
They're gonna go bottom, try and find anybody, but it's empty down here, and it'll just be Shiro continuing to farm. Top lane, though. Pick you, XXS, and XWY.
The game did slow down. Like, we haven't seen a full team fight again. Same goes for the previous game. 5-5, 18 minutes into the game. Seems like both teams are waiting for their timing. Monet wants to get his Deso. We've seen in the previous game, Raiden getting Deso, going for the Roche. Dead Prophet does have Exo. So this is the timing that they could go for. They can even kill Roshan before the Deso if they feel like they want to force a fight.
Yeah, I don't really think you want to jump in if there's an exorcism going from Aster, so making a move on Roche might be the wise choice. If they can find a pickoff, which was something they were going for to try and kill, Nothing to Say, you'd go right into Roche off a kill like that.
Deso's coming now, so amplifying that damage, reducing the armor, EXO as well. Bobica, we haven't talked too much about him, but having this demonic cleanse will remove some of the silences. It's a basic dispel, so that's gonna be a good one. There's still no point in Solar Bind, but also great against that as well on your life stealer. So EXO is popped. Seems like PSG.LGD, they're not gonna contest this one.
Nothing to say, he's just been sitting there top. So, Aegis picked up for Monet. Nothing to say, still in the trees. Does have that axe queued up, by the way, and we'll see if he does commit to that, because he's got 1,400 or 1,500 gold, and
if he feels that he needs to jump the backline with the Aghanim Scepter and just have a bit more control, force these two supports to like be out of position, and with maybe one follow-up spell, one multi-shot, they're able to kill them. Because right now there's no Force Staff, there's no Glimmer on both supports, so maybe he wants to abuse that instead.
Right. So right now, just point booster. We'll see if he commits to anything otherwise after that. BKB almost finished here from the Marcy. Then the Basher will be next on the list. Bobica and XWY sitting mid, where they do want to get a Blink Dagger on Bobica.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see, Planet, ooh, spotted. XWY is here, the TP's coming in. Kinetic Field, Marcy out of the backlines with the Unleash, just rips apart Bobica. Planet still surviving, the Fiend's Grip's going to be here out of the Pangolier, but that's going to be stopped. They've got the taunt, it's on XWY with the Aether Remnant, so can they control him enough? Static Storm not really doing anything to this LGD lineup as they'll rebound and
Marcy damage.
as well. He used Unleash to get Bobica. 10 seconds later, here we are getting another kill on XXS.
This is just nuts. And now he does have BKB available coming to him next on the menu. As expected, as we've seen him go for, is the Basher. This damage output from Marcy is just wild. And also great positioning there. Like the rest of the PSG.LGD members, they were all spread out, so Rolling Thunder, not much of a value there. And look at why you smile. I love the build on him. Straight BKB on position 5 Bane. Understanding that if he gets the grip off, like they have nothing to toss at him that's gonna stop him from using the Fiend's Grip. The only thing that can save people is gonna be Disruption. And I like that he's putting more points in Enfeeble, reducing the healing from Death Prophet and Lifestealer. It's one of the forgotten heroes, considering that there's a lot of heal meta at the moment, and it's been like that for a while. Bane hasn't been picked up much.
Oh, glimpse. Why smile? Not gonna survive. And Zhang Yu pops the Unleash, now disposing Monet, going after Bobica on the backlines. They've got the silence out of two of these heroes as the chase is on from XWY. It's a split-up fight. The Illuminate comes in. Doesn't land on anybody because XXS was able to get the roll-up. They get the kill on Zhang Yu. So they'll take on the Marcy, dead for 45 seconds. They finally get something into their hands on the side of Aster after killing Why You Smile.
You see that Shadow Demon, like, he wants to survive. His job is to use Disruption, save people, and use this Demonic Purge on Marcy so that she can't really maneuver during the fight, get the most stuff done during the Unleash, and also dispelling that sidekick, reducing the damage output. So they need to jump Shadow Demon. Like, Shadow Demon is very important. One of the reasons why Bobica is going for Blink Dagger next.
Yeah, he wants to get that Blink Dagger because the second Disruption's used, jumped, dead. Can I position myself better? It's going to be tough, especially now. I'm loving this BKB purchase from Bane once he gets there. I don't know how they're going to be able to stop him. What do they have that even, once he gets that, anything that'll stop him from just being free to Fiend's Grip?
Basher on Pango. That's the only one, but he needs to buy it first. Still, minute left on the Aegis.
Evans Albert being built here for Monet, by the way. And now, Nightmare. Pop the Infest. That's not going to land on anybody. They've got the glimpse into the kinetic field, so Why You Smile is going to die here again. Guardian Greave's not going to be able to heal him up enough. Killing spree for XWY, and
PSG.LGD, they're still looking for a fight. Nothing to say. Does not have that Axe yet. Another glimpse will be available in a second. Oh, this is big. This is huge. Baiting the EXO like that. The next set of items is going to come out for PSG.LGD relatively soon. BKB on Drow Ranger and also Aghanim Scepter on Void. Just 1,000 gold away.
Here they go on LGD, at least for the moment. Solar Bind onto PickU.
PSG.LGD will pick up a BKB and probably just smoke, try to look for a fight, because without Exo, their damage output is relatively limited. Shiro right now, inside the triangle, needs 100 gold to finish it off.
Hypothermia splits, there's the BKB.
Ooh, double damage bottom as well. It's time to go. Let's see who's gonna pick it up. It's gonna be nothing to say. He does have a bottle.
Nothing to say. That has just been his game so far. 0, 2, and 4, but feels like he's offering a lot in terms of the lockdown that they've been able to accomplish and keeping these heroes away from Shiro. 8-8 though, overall. 3K net worth lead for LGD. So things still sit kind of close, and this next rush is going to be a big part of who we see take over the game afterwards, and it's up in just about 2.5 minutes.
Nice itemization
XXS
from Aster. He manages to blink out. Why you smile? Not close enough to use that Fiend's Grip, and also the Gust does not connect.
Cute little move there, though, with the Pike to go forward and then try and land that Gust. There's the Blink Dagger for the Death Prophet, and wanting that and going into the Hex next, I feel like Aster really want to get this Roche too, because Shard on Death Prophet in the game so far feels like it's going to be very effective with the Spirit Siphon Fear upgrade.
Yeah, and also being able to close the gap. Like, just blink in, use Heaven's Halberd on a Drow Ranger. Lifestealer's also getting one. Like, they understand where the real damage is coming from. Even Marcy, so having those 2 items, this is why I said I like the itemization so much. Aghanim Scepter done now on Void Spirit, 2 charges on Pulse, 2 silences. It's go time for them. I thought that they might smoke because they had this BKB on the Drow Ranger, but wanted to wait until Aghanim Scepter is done on Nothing to Say. Just wanted to, like... Exorcism is going to be online. I thought they might want to take a fight while Exo is down. But this is going to be a big one. Double damage, still up and running for another 15-20 seconds on Void Spirit.
They see PickU. They're going to rebound in. They're going to try and get this kill into the Disruptor. He's trying to run with the Infest. Keeps him alive for a second.
Nothing to stop
but he's
it.
going to end up dead. Fiend's Grip. It's out of the Pangolier. They get the kill into XXS and LGD just like that. They're in. They're out. See you later. They're going to leave as the Exorcism is there from XWY. He even blinks forward but doesn't find anybody.
What a beautiful execution from PSG.LGD. They find 2 targets. They kill them off immediately. Force a buyback. Force the Exorcism. So their BKBs are going to reset before the next Exo is going to be up. So there's another time to smoke for them. Potentially look for a fight. Because without Exo, again, damage is not going to say lacking, but it's definitely much harder to take a fight. There's another gem pickup. This time around, it was Planet who picked it up. They want to give this Bane a BKB. Oh
no.
Oh, Ghoul Frenzy.
Not ghoulish enough to get that kill, though. So, gets away thanks to the Force Staff, and they're going to take this bottom tier 2, it seems, without a doubt. No Exorcism to fight with for Aster. Roche, by the way, another minute and 45 away. So that'll be a big timing for both these teams.
Aster checked Roche just in case, because they know LGD is playing bottom part of the map. In case it was an instant spawn, they would definitely go in and try to take it. So 60 seconds until Exo's back online. Let's see if PSG.LGD wants to take that another fight that I mentioned, and they do. They just smoke.
They want to keep going. They know that they've got the advantage in this game, and they feel very strong. Knowing that Exo's down is the time to fight. And even when Exo's up, they just get in and move around the fight so well.
XXS, if he shows bottom, if they see the Spango, they're going to fully commit.
They're going to go to XWY, though. They've got the rebound. They have the damage, but there's the disruption. Now, Force Staff forward from Shiro. 4-man silence is going to be enough to keep XWY alive. Demonic
Blink
Cleanse
available,
pops, and now Blink away. He'll stay alive in this one. They're going to turn this around. They go to the Fiend's Grip. It's going to be on Monet, though. He gets the rage off. Infested XXS. Multi-shot kills off Bobica. They get the kill there on the Shadow Demon. XWY, though, he's still trying to find a way into the fight, but that's going to be right into the hands of this Marcy and XWY with the Spirit Siphon breaking. They'll get the kill there out of the Death Prophet. Static Storm, it's on a YU Smile. There's the
Marcy
rebound
coming
with the BKB being popped here by Jiangyu. They get the
He
kill
gets
on a
the
YU
bash.
Smile, but XXS trying to roll away. Is going to be able to escape. Oh, Astral Step right into the Rolling Thunder. Still one shot from Dead. Another
got him.
Astral Step,
No
and he gets
way.
him. That is so crazy from nothing to say.
Not just him. Man, Marcy blinks in, gets the first bash on Pangolier during the Rolling Thunder. And then Astral Step is applied, so he can't use the BKB. That stops the Blink Dagger, and then he gets another one, because he does have that level 15 talent on Void Spirit, the extra Outer Dissimulate ring. This was pretty pog, I would say, the way that Prophet managed to live there, but we did mention that this Shadow Demon, like, he needs to stay in a fight for a long time to be able to use the cleanse, use ulti on Marcy, and save people multiple times with the disruption. This time it was not enough. Like, they did kill 2 supports, but yeah.
Oh.
And then nothing to say.
Astral Step.
Perfect. I don't think you can ask for anything better.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Radiant's
I love
top
that.
tower is under attack.
Just the extra rings lining him up with the Astral Step. That's... You don't really see it like that. I don't know if I've ever seen it used in just jumping into a Rolling Thunder like that, but now I have, and it was pretty cool. Why Smile Exorcism is used now. XWY. Well, hit with the Illuminate. Now, rebound, unleash, the damage onto the Death Prophet, blow it up so fast. They've got the silence onto this
Disarm.
Lifestealer Monet. Well, is he able to make it out? No, he's not. They get the kill on Bobica as well. It's a killing spree for Zhang Yu, and right into Roche they go.
Oh, this Marcy, can we see the damage overall done in this game? I want to see damage done by Marcy.
I'm going to say 30,000.
Because it's been pretty nuts. Like, they didn't fight as much.
I'm so far off, it's not even
15,000.
I haven't what I said, but still a lot.
There's a shard still available. Let's see who picks it up. They're going to leave it for Planet. So we'll have that recall. Draw Ranger bought one. Boy, you give it to Nothing to Say. Yeah, I think that's a better one. He will be the one picking it, so...
Aether Remnant watch range and only pulls heroes.
Yeah, it's also less cooldown, which is pretty nice.
Radiant's
Fiend's
Having
Grip
it-
is available. Sleep, rest of the team will be able to connect here.
And Fiend's Grip. Astral Step, look at the damage. Easy peasy for LGD.
They don't have enough on side of Aster. Like, these fights are very difficult, especially for 2 supports. I did mention that there's no defense mechanism, no Force Staff, no Glimmers. So you get jumped by Void Spirit, you're pretty much dead. You get jumped by Marcy, now with the Blink Dagger picked up on Zhang Yu. Wow, look at him go.
Chopping down some trees. That's how strong Marcy is, by the way, that rebound breaks trees. That's scary.
Radiant's top tower is under
Top
attack.
tier 2, that's gonna fall as well. I know you guys all like this word, but this is being quite methodical from LGD.
Very methodical indeed. I'm looking at the combo that they can execute to get back into the game. Like, maybe if they pop these Heaven Halberds pre-BKB, so the BKB timing is kind of negated. You have that Prophet needs to survive. She's about to crack level 18. There's AC soon to be finished on a Life Stealer, but yeah, this hypothermia, the healing reduction on all of their heroes have been causing some issues.
If Pinky can get the Ags,
Maybe
which
with
he's
the
12
Axe, but then again, you don't have the best setup. You don't have that like instant stun. Maybe with the Pangolier getting in, maybe with the disruption, but seems very unlikely that that's going to happen. And I love the build on Shiro as well. Going into Lincolnshire next understands that, you know, these Heaven's Halberd could cause some of the issues for him.
They are not even leaving the base here on Aster. They're just waiting. It's tough. I mean, they're just going to lose a lot of net worth deficit with the more they wait in their base. And it's now 20,000 for the side of LGD. 2 minutes, 10 seconds still left on that Aegis as well. I don't really think Aster could be the ones taking the fight. It does have to rely on them being the ones who defend the high ground, but that is still even just such a tough proposition for him.
Gets disarmed. But with that Lincoln Sphere pickup, he's gonna be okay. BKB holding onto Mindbreaker, glimpse back just because you can use your abilities. They should go, like they should go for the high ground. This is sidekick, extra damage as well. Multi-shot, creep wave just disappears. They're still holding it for another minute and a half.
Radiant structures are fortified.
First glyph used.
Bash on a Shiro with the swashbuckle from XXS, but you're gonna need to save that because BKB was delivered for the Bane. Need a way to stop this Fiend's Grip.
He needs to be the one with the swashbuckle. Tower is down,
Has fallen.
which means that their glyph did reset, so we'll pop it one more time, and you see Keeper of the Light just blasting it, keeping them full HP, and using Chakra Magic on Shiro to reduce his multi-shot damage.
Astro Step, Aether
Jump in.
Remnant. They got XXS. They still have the silence, though. Going with the Blink Dagger. There's the Bash. The Unleash is going to be used by this Marcy. So XXS doesn't have buyback. Aether Remnant lands out of the Disruptor. They go to the Exorcism. Look at
multi-shot.
the damage with the multi-shot. They get the kill there on a Picky. They're going to hold towards the rest. They'll use the Infest as well as the Disruption. They're trying to defend. They're trying to hold on, but I don't know how much it's going to work for them as Death Prophet's going to fall as well. XWY dies, and they'll call GG.LGD. It doesn't take them 3 games this time. It's a 2-0, and they are still the kings of the region.
Very slow and very clean victory from PSG.LGD. They were looking for this timing, dodging the fight.